Good morning. All 72 days. I am trying not to do this thing like every day because it's just a lot and it's unneeded. I want, well, it's going to happen the way it's going to happen, right? So maybe I should just calm down. But, and hopefully this isn't too messed up with the road noise. Although my car is pretty good with road noise. So, the reason I'm making this particular log is I passed by, I think it's Denny's in Lacey. And when I first relapsed, well, when I relapsed after I had multiple years clean, that first relapse, I picked up at that Denny's. I picked the dude up at the Denny's. And, 11th and 12th tradition, right? So, picked up the dude from Denny's. We went to another spot. And then there's a gas station that I kind of like pretended to put in gas while he went and did his thing to get me what I wanted. What I thought I wanted. And now, that little section there, every Saturday, I have to pass by that Denny's to get on the freeway. I don't have to. I pass by that Denny's to get on the freeway. And to get to the house every day, I pass by that gas station that I did that at. And I got to see both. And I've said this before, and I've written about it too, that this is about replacing bad memories with good ones. And it's not like every single day it's a good memory, but it's the routine that I have where I'm living at, where my higher power provided me a place for, to be right there, where that all started, where it all continued. And then to pass by it, I think I've even gotten water or, I don't know, maybe even cigarettes at that gas station. And hopefully one day I'll forget. I don't want to forget completely, but I'll forget. I'll be at that gas station, or I'll pass by that Denny's, and I won't remember that day. Just for that day. Because I need to remember that all the time. Like, I don't want to forget it completely, because then, but I'll forget about it. And then I'll be on the way to work or on the way somewhere, and I'll say, oh, wait. Yeah. And I'll be, multiple years clean, or a year clean, or who knows? I'm not going to try to control that. But for now, I wanted to put this in here because I can remember that day super clear, and it wasn't like it was a nightmare. That day wasn't a nightmare. What that day was that urge to pick up. I finally made a decision to stop recovery, stop it all, disconnect from my higher power, disconnect from God, and just be weird and gross. That was the day that I worked step 8 with my sponsor. And that was the day that changed my recovery in a different direction during this journey. That was the fork in the road that led to more darkness. And so here's what I would say if anybody's ever going to watch this. You'll have a moment, or you may have had a moment, and then you'll be in that state of shame, guilt. You're picking up your phone and you want to call somebody, but you're not going to, because you really don't want to call somebody, but you know that you need to call somebody. So maybe that's what it is. You hate yourself this much that maybe you've had some time, and maybe you did what I did, and then all of those names, all of those people that you can just shoot a text to and say, hey man, here's where I'm at, here's what happened, but you decide not to. That's okay. Don't kill yourself over it. Don't beat yourself up anymore over it. I did for a long time. And a long time for me can sometimes be just a few days. But for me, a long time was almost 2 years to the date. Almost. I mean, I almost had a 2-year anniversary of active addiction. And I love that I can say almost, because I didn't. But it was getting there. And, I mean, we're talking days. We're talking days. You know, if you've got 70 days clean and you still can't let that go, it's days, right? Not years, not months. I mean, yeah, it's a couple weeks and it's just a couple months, but it's a few weeks and a couple months. But all I'm saying is that if you've decided that enough is enough, and you've decided that you are worth it, and you don't feel worth it, but you've decided that I'm worth it. This journey is worth it. This journey is enough. This journey is more than enough. And hold on to it while letting it go. And you don't have to let go of the experience. You let go of the feelings you have for it by working a program. For me, by working a program, by acceptance, and then faith, started by gratitude. If you've got hours clean, if you've got minutes clean, and you're now done, or maybe you're high right now, but you're done. This could be the last time you ever have to be high. This could be the last time that you ever have to feel like this. And it doesn't have to be high. You could be in a relationship that you just feel like you can't get out of. You could be eating more than you want to eat. You could have just spent more money at the casino, or more money at Ross, or wherever you shop, and you just feel like, I can't stop doing it. And when you feel like that, and you're not in the store, and you're not in the restaurant, or you're not in the whatever it is, right there and then, you're making that decision. And then the action follows. So I'm not going to say, oh, you could be just like me, because I've got 72 days. But you could feel like I feel right now, and know that that's part of your story. It doesn't have to be the middle of your story, and it doesn't have to be the beginning of your story. It could be the part of your story where the fork on the road, the second you had the thought of this is enough, and you turned right instead of made a left. You're worth it, and I love you. I love you, Rodney. Keep up the good work, dude. Good meeting last night. 72 days.